Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of Dark Souls 2, Let's Talk Lore. And we did a lot of standing around and just listening to dialogue and whatnot in the last episode, so this episode we're going to go straight for the Forest of Fallen Giants. Pick up this rusted coin first, which is another item. I'm not going to read the item descriptions for all items, but old rusted coin. Crushing the coin temporarily boosts luck. This rusted coin gives you a little extra bit of luck, making engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origins. I cannot tell. Is that Velka? I'm sure someone's figured that out already. Like I said, I don't know everything. In fact, there's a great deal I don't know about Dark Souls 2 lore. I'm not proclaiming to be an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly I've played probably about 1,000 hours of Dark Souls 2. Probably more Dark Souls 1. And I assume Bloodborne, unless it somehow ends up being terrible, which I very much doubt. I'm going to play a shit ton of Bloodborne as well. So let's pick up the human effigy in there. And I'm playing mostly with no audio. I say mostly because the audio level on my TV is at like 2. I don't have a setup for which I can currently use headphones, so to figure out what I'm going to do about that when Bloodborne comes out. But that's another part of the point of this series, is testing out my setup and ability to actually do a Let's Play type series. Let's see how much damage I can do with here. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. It's a life gem, yeah. Color. I used to be god-awful at parrying in this game, especially compared to my ability of parrying Dark Souls 1. But certainly I've somehow improved, unless patch 1.1 did something that pretty much altered whatever it was that was making it difficult to parry, but I think I've just gotten used to it. But at the same time, having said that, I'm sure I'm going to fuck up my parries at some point, just because I'm trying to, show off and be cool and stuff. Just as I am not a master at lore, nor am I a master at the game. And as I'm sure you can tell, this is live commentary, by the way. Sometimes it is run by these guys. When I first started playing the game, this guy just really annoyed me. But then I actually started thinking about how, they kind of got a raw deal with Vendor and the war against the Giants, but I'll go more into that later. I really shouldn't be just trying to hero squad it here, because I'm about to die. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. I'm going to be quiet for a second, stop showing off. And we shall return here a little bit later. Oh no, no! You bastard. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Here I am trying to be all cute. Oh. He's trying to do a plunging attack there. That did not work. Oh no. Why am I using this weapon? That's another question. It was a really... I should have equipped the Morning Star in the last episode. That was very dumb. Because... No. Now it can almost actually do damage. Oh, there you go. Okay. Disaster averted. That's another broken straight sword. Don't want that. Do want foot soldier sword. That's alright. Life gem. Is this a human effigy? Yes, it is. Whoa, where did you come from, fella? Not gonna bother going up top, getting the souls and the short sword up there. Hey, feller. Nor am I gonna grab the bolts in that room there. No desire to grab the buckler either. So we're just gonna try and run right past all these guys. And so you can see right away the embers. Very pronounced, especially compared to Dark Souls 1. Sit down and spawn fire real quick, and then we're going to say hello to Melentia, who's going to have lots of dialogue. So I apologize if you find the dialogue annoying. Let me know, and perhaps I'll just only listen to certain dialogue, but hers is very interesting in my opinion. So here we go.
Buy something, anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
Okay, well I will buy 2 fire bombs, and bright bugs as well, which I forgot to mention from the intro. Seem to open the portal to Drangleic. A tiny bug that produces light. Bright bugs are said to comfort the dead and are found in the marshlands leading to the undead crypt. By ingesting a bright bug just before death, the moment at which they glow most brightly, one attains great power for a short time, often utilized as a last resort for adventurers who have lost their way. Has no effect in other worlds or for phantoms. Interesting.
My name is Melentia. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Drangleic's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. When the giants crossed the sea. Seemed like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep. That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own.
That is very sad.
They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouted new life growing into what you see now. But you know what they also say? Don't believe what an old hag says.
Oh, Melentia.
It's high time that...
Okay, so that's all the dialogue she has for us. So yeah, really sad. You really, with the recent revelations of patch 1.1, that Vendrick actually enslaved the giants, you really start to get a different perspective on, yeah, the kingdom and on Vendrick, and that, you know, in the end, yeah, you could perhaps say that he tried to do what was right by locking himself away and separating himself from the soul and all that, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, just pretty fucked up that the prize he brought back that we all speculated about for, you know, the better part of the last year, was actually the giants that he enslaved, encased in iron and turned into the golems. Pretty messed up stuff, that's for sure. Alright. Oh. forget the Estus Flash Shard, or the small white summon sign, and Estus Flash Shard. Okay. I often fuck up this jump, trying to get the Divine Blessing. No, I don't often use it. Hey, there's a summon sign. We're going to leave that for now. I'm going to try and minimize warps so as to give you guys... Although, yeah, no, never mind. As you can see, we've skipped a good portion of the area by using that speedrunner fireball. And like I said, this isn't a 100% playthrough or anything. It's just a normal playthrough where I go through the game and I stop and talk about lore-related things when something interesting presents itself to me.
Hello there.
Or something that I find interesting.
Traveling.
I will try, of course,
I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself.
I don't find the whole Peyton Crichton storyline terribly interesting, but certainly I'll try to...
Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed. I'll leave the...
So I wonder what the hell happened then. Did Crichton just... he went in there, he died, got sent back to the bonfire, and then where did he go after that? Did he just go kill the boss and move on? He was just pissed off? He didn't go back and find him standing here? I wonder about that. I was thinking about doing a lore video on that, but with Bloodborne hype so real at this point, it's hard to conceive of myself going through the amount of work that I went through, say, to make my Lucatil of Mira cinematic lore video, which it appears someone copied. To put that into a video that I'm not entirely certain I'm going to be... we're going to homeward bone it back from here because don't need anything else from there. Just want to get... Forgot that I committed myself to cutting out all the loading screens. So, my voice will have been abruptly cut off there. I apologize for that. We're going to go say hello to Kale the cartographer. Ouch. Jesus. Not cool, Hollows. I believe I will go get, after we get the mansion key from Kale, we'll fire back to Majula. Have to be careful because my best friend calls it Manjula just to mess with me. So I'm sure at least one point during the series I will refer to it as Manjula, or refer to Drang Lake as Drangelic, as he calls it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So these here are all just hollow soldiers, remnants of the war against the giants, who are trying to protect... Oh, I got a short bow. I don't think I've ever gotten that drop from him. They were trying to protect the land from the giants who crossed the seas in order to bring back their compatriots who had been enslaved. Pretty fucked up on both sides. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I am a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse. How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drang Lake, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drang Lake. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait, no, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by...
Yes, I'm fascinated by maps,
What
just
a-
like you. Okay.
Something...
So that's about all the lore implication stuff I wanted to get from him, and that is that people who come to Drang Lake eventually just forget shit and start succumbing to symptoms of I don't want to say specifically dementia, but mental illness of some sort, together with hollowing. So some interesting stuff there. That I feel like Dark Souls 2 relies far more on meta narrative stuff like that than does Dark Souls 1. And occasionally I will toss Demon Souls in there as well, but I've never played Demon Souls up until I bought the PS4 that is just literally going to be a Bloodborne machine at this point. I had never owned a PlayStation console, so thank you FromSoft for forcing me to pick between another game series that are like Halo, which hasn't been all that great lately, so not a huge deal, and Souls games. But Bloodborne won out, that's for sure. So I'm gonna travel to Majula now, trade in some of those shards, go to the mansion. Here we are. So first things first, we're gonna go to the mansion. I assume at this point that the promotion with the reskinned weapons is over, because it's been about a month, I believe, since the update came out, or at least a few weeks. So we're gonna grab this Pharaoh's Lockstone. Oh crap! Forgot to get the key for Leningrad shop. So I suppose we'll kill the giant first before we do that, but first we're gonna go upstairs, grab, I believe it's 2 torches and 2 Titanite shards, something like that. Or 4 and 4? 3 and 3. One's too low and then too high. Okay. I generally don't die to the skeleton, but having said that, I'm probably going to die to the skeleton. Never mind. effigy. That's this last shard. And I assume just the soul vessel now. That's a shame. I would have loved another blue longsword, but oh well. I believe the longsword will be the sword we're going to use until perhaps we get the Fume Knight, or the Fume Sword. Love that sword. Not going to bother grinding Sunlight Metals in order to get the Sun Sword, but that's another sword I like to use with my quote-unquote Aegon builds. Okay. I believe we're going to go take on the last giant now. Before we do that, actually, I'm going to buy that from you.
Thank you.
And then we're going to go get ourselves a stamina, a Chloranthy ring, and a life ring. Oh, I didn't trade in my Estus Flash shards. Oh my gosh. Alright, never mind, I'll be back.
However,
I'll open Leningrad shop over here. Okay, we got 4 Estus Flasks now. That's good. Not gonna bother fighting these guys again. So, bye.
Well, I see you managed to escape. I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself.
Like you, right? Hahaha.
Oh, but you should take this. It allows undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand.
I don't think there's any game out there that incorporates story into gameplay and vice versa as well, or as masterful as it's done in the Soul series. I used to lure these guys out and kill them all, but now I just do this. Because they don't seem to chase you. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that was close. I swear I'm not this terrible at the game. We have to get ourselves a Chloranthy ring and a Titanite slab in here. No reason to have the blue seal ring on other than just gives you a smidgen extra health. Don't need it on and able to have blues come to your aid. I love that. It's like, what do you want? I hate this third guy. Always gives me trouble. What are you doing? He's just, hey buddy. Oh, can't parry that. Can you never parry that either because he stun locks you so badly. Let's get ourselves a life ring. And some Titanite shards, I believe. Large Titanite shards? Or a large Titanite shard? Okay. I shall take it. Okay. The reason we selected a bonfire setting is so that after we've killed the last giant and the pursuer, we can replenish or refresh that chest right there with the bonfire setting, and it will actually have 3 Titanite chunks in it. Hey, fellers. I don't believe I have any need for the items that are there. Soul arrow and soul items. And perhaps a couple homeward bones, but I don't need those either. This part, oops, this is a very beautiful part, especially you can see a lot of spots that really connect with the giant's memories later in the game. But we'll go over that a little bit later. For the time being, I like to, not jump up there, but to make those guys run all the way over there so that I can go through the fog gate without being interrupted. I usually go open the shortcut and come back for the crystal lizard afterwards. So yeah, let's go to the bonfire, replenish our flasks before we go take on the last giant. Very nice. Some fire arrows. I hate crystal lizards so much. No need for the large leather shield, which reminds me that I didn't pop on the small leather shield, the nipple shield, as it were. One of my favorites. And yeah, we're gonna go take on the last giant. Very happy that the 1.1 patch actually confirmed that the last giant is the same as the giant lord. Because it seemed so obvious before, but because there was no definitive proof of the same, you would often find people who just, wouldn't accept it. I almost want to summon a mild-mannered Pete so I can point out that he throws dung pies, but never enough to actually inflict the last giant with toxic, so I'm only led to believe, why not, let's summon him. I'm only led to believe that he does it just to troll you. Let's see. I really wish they would patch in the DLC ability of the NPCs to use gestures or carvings as well. That'd be really cool. Alright, let's do this. Obviously we're going to be watching all the boss intros, despite the stupid red border that comes up in the start of so many of them. So imagine being the last giant and seeing the person who killed you after hundreds of years trapped, or untold amounts of time of you being trapped. And then that person just comes to visit you. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see. So that certainly lends a new weight to this fight. Okay, so watch Pate. Let's watch Pate. I want to see if he throws any dump pies. Nope, no dump pies. Of course, now that I've mentioned it, he's probably not going to. That was bad. Just using the Morning Star until get the souls from this fight to buy and upgrade a longsword from Leningrast. Come on, throw a dung pie. He's gonna die very soon. Ouch. That's what you get for low adaptability. Or low agility, I should say. Oh yeah, he threw one! Yes! It's so, like, you all of a sudden just see, like, a just cloud of green shit exploding on his body. And yep, that's fate, but then he never follows it up. Oh, he's dead. Hold on a second. Oh, stay out of the way, Pate! Oh, Pate! Yes! Wow, with like one speck of health left. Good job, you even threw a dung pie as well. Well done, buddy. Oh, you're off. Alright, let's check out the last giant soul. Soul of the surviving giant who was bound below the force of giants. The lord of the giants, who had brought wrack and ruin to the entire kingdom, was said to have been felled by an unknown warrior. That is to say, the chosen undead. His beaten and broken remains were then dragged beneath the stronghold where he was sealed away. Yeah, so that's pretty fucking sad, if you ask me. Yeah, I wonder why this cave in particular. We should also have our binoculars equipped, because we're probably going to be using them a lot. No more blur effect on them, which is nice. Excuse me. Is that a hand up there? Or is it just normal rock formation? It's just normal rock formation. But this certainly is a tower. Or a, I don't know the actual term for it, but you can see it's sideways. But yeah, very interesting, very sad. But that's going to be it for this episode. So as I mentioned in the last one, if you have any comments or suggestions, things you'd like to see more of or less of, just let me know in the comment section below. And I'm recording this along with episode number 1 and potentially episode number 3. So if I don't listen to your comment from the first video, or if I don't acknowledge it, I apologize. It should be acknowledged whenever I record the next batch, after I've actually seen your comments. So, time is convoluted in YouTube land, as well as Dragon Lake and and Lordran. So, that's it for today. Aegon of Astora here, bidding you farewell.